Have you ever felt the subtle tug of comfort, the quiet whisper that tells you to stay put, to put off the hard thing just for today? It's the voice that convinces you to hit snooze one more time, to order takeout instead of cooking a healthy meal, to scroll just a little longer when you know you should be working or resting. This isn't laziness in its dramatic form, it's a slow, insidious erosion of your resolve, a gradual softening that makes you less capable when true challenges inevitably arise. Seneca warned against this very thing, understanding that an unbroken streak of ease can leave us brittle and unprepared. We mistake comfort for well-being, but often, the path of least resistance is merely a detour from the path of growth. It's a comfortable cage, slowly tightening around our potential, dulling our edges until we forget what it feels like to be truly sharp. The Stoics understood that true freedom isn't the absence of demands, but the ability to meet them with composure. Marcus Aurelius, in his morning meditations, constantly reminded himself to rise and do the work of a human being, not to pull the covers over his head and linger. He knew that the battle for the day begins with the first small choice, the decision to engage rather than evade. This isn't about masochism or seeking pain for its own sake. It's about cultivating an inner strength, a discipline that doesn't rely on fleeting motivation. Motivation is like a gust of wind, it comes and goes. Discipline, however, is the sail you've meticulously built, capable of catching whatever wind is available and even moving forward when the air is still. It's the deliberate practice of doing what you know is right, even when you don't feel like it. Think of it like building a fortress, an inner citadel as Epictetus might describe it. Each time you choose the harder, more virtuous path, whether it's getting up for that early run, finishing a difficult task, or having an uncomfortable but necessary conversation, you add another stone to its walls. Each time you resist the urge for instant gratification, you reinforce its foundations. This citadel isn't meant to keep the world out entirely, but to protect your inner peace and reason from the world's chaos and your own capricious desires. When the storms of life inevitably hit, the unexpected setback, the personal loss, the professional challenge, your inner world remains unshakable. You don't crumble because you've practiced standing firm in the smaller, daily trials. Consider the small, deliberate acts of voluntary hardship you can integrate into your day. It could be taking a cold shower for a minute, choosing to walk instead of drive, skipping a dessert you crave, or purposefully sitting in silence for 15 minutes instead of reaching for your phone. These aren't grand gestures, they are micro battles, each one contributing to your self-mastery. They train you to be uncomfortable on your own terms, which is a powerful skill. When you voluntarily expose yourself to minor discomfort, you teach your mind that uncomfortable doesn't mean unbearable. You expand your capacity for endurance and prove to yourself that you are in charge, not your impulses or the desire for ease. This is crucial for those moments when motivation is nowhere to be found. We often wait for inspiration to strike before we act, but the Stoics would argue for the opposite. Act, and inspiration might follow. If you only work out when you feel motivated, you'll rarely work out. If you only write when you feel inspired, your page will remain blank. The discipline, the habit, the deliberate choice to begin even when it feels like pulling teeth, is what sustains progress. It's what transforms a fleeting desire into a solid achievement. Your inner citadel isn't built on good intentions, it's built on consistent, often unglamorous, action. Epictetus, in his own teachings, emphasized the power of our choices, our prohesis. Our inner faculty of choice is the one thing truly within our control. While external circumstances can be chaotic, our response, our attitude, and our commitment to discipline remain our own. By choosing voluntary hardship, we exercise this faculty, sharpening it, making it more resilient. We train ourselves to differentiate between what we merely want and what we truly value. We become less reactive to external pressures and more aligned with our rational, considered judgment. This isn't about denying pleasure, but about putting reason in its rightful place as the guiding force of our lives, ensuring that pleasure serves us rather than enslaving us. So, the next time that subtle tug of comfort tries to pull you back, pause. Recognize it for what it is, a choice point. Do you reinforce the comfortable cage, or do you add another stone to your inner citadel? Choose the small, deliberate act of discipline today. It might be finishing that neglected chore, putting away your phone an hour before bed, or simply sitting with a difficult emotion instead of distracting yourself. These aren't grand heroic deeds. They are the quiet, everyday victories that forge a spirit capable of weathering any storm. Begin with one small, uncomfortable thing and feel the quiet strength it brings. Thank you for sitting with these words today. If they steadied you, subscribe and return tomorrow. A new reflection waits each morning.